So I typically only take referrals from existing funnel building clients, and usually I actually am super selective as far as which clients those referrals come from, because what I found is that a lot of times people who aren't referred to me, maybe they see me on YouTube or see me on Facebook, like they'll come to me and ask me to build a funnel, and then they get really shocked about the price. And they'll say something like, "Oh my goodness, I can't afford that." And wow, like all these funnel builders are so expensive. Now, the crazy part about it is that actually for what we do charge when we do this work, it's actually on the low side based on the results that we've generated, but that's neither here nor there. So what I want to talk to you about today is what to do when you cannot afford to hire a funnel builder. Now, by no means is this going to be financial advice, business advice, or any of that type of stuff. So obviously you're responsible for your own results. I'm not guaranteeing anything. These are just some of the things that I would consider and look at if I was to find myself in that position, just knowing what I know now, having been in this game for over 3 years. A lot of this is going to kind of be like practical advice 101, but it's something that everybody needs a reminder of, even of myself at times. And I've never seen anybody really lay this out the way that I'm about to lay this out in like any type of course or anything else like that. So, first, I want to start with a lesson that I picked up from Russell Brunson back in the day during the One Funnel Away Challenge. This was back with Clickfunnels Classic, was first kind of starting up. And one of the key lessons that he talked about back then was who, not how. So, whenever you're trying to think of how to solve these problems, how to get anything done, the first thing that you want to think about is who can do it, not how can I do it. And that's simply because there's always going to be a learning curve that's associated with trying to do something yourself. And the odds are is that you could probably find someone who's already put in the work to develop that expertise and get results that much faster. So remember who, not how. That's always going to be kind of our first option. Okay. So let's go ahead and look at this first thing. The first thing I'm going to say is sell the thing that you're having the funnel built to sell, and then take the proceeds of that and use it to buy the funnel. And I know maybe that sounds a little convoluted, but here's why this always blows my mind is because somebody will come to me and say, "Hey, I need a funnel, but I have this really awesome coaching program, course, high ticket, whatever, yada, yada, yada." And then they want to charge three, four, $5,000 plus. And then when they reach out to funnel builders, and then funnel builders are charging $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 plus, it like blows their mind. Let me tell you something. You can't sell something for 5K and not be willing to spend 5K on it yourself, right? So if that's you, you really got to check your mindset and your attitude towards that. And that may be the reason why you can't sell the thing. Because if you don't have enough conviction to spend 5K in the building of the funnel to actually sell the thing that you want to sell for 5K, that's probably why nobody's taking you up on your offer. So the first thing is sell the thing that you plan to sell with the funnel, take the proceeds of that sale, and then use it to have the funnel built. So basically just take the profit and then reinvest back in the business. All right. The next thing, work your main hustle and stack until you have enough to pay for the funnel to be developed. I know that's not like the sexiest thing in the world. Everyone wants to hear, oh, something quick, something fast, something easy. Well, the reality is that all of that stuff is hogwash, right? You got to earn it. And so, hey, maybe you just need to put in the extra work on the thing that is the main hustle that you know is generating you income right now, even if it's hourly, and maybe just work more of that to stack until you actually get to a point where then you have enough where you can save for the funnel. All right, let's look at the next thing. I would consider borrowing the money. And maybe that's from like a bank or a fintech or even a family member. If there is conviction there about what I'm doing and I truly, truly believe in it, put your money where your mouth is. If this idea is so amazing and you're going to get 10x return on it, then what does it matter where you had to source the money from? So borrowing would absolutely be on the table. The next thing, go all in, sell possessions. Yeah, go all in and sell possessions and things that you really don't use or don't serve you right now in order to fund your dream. And look, this is where the proverbial rubber meets the road. None of these are necessarily easy things to do or easy decisions to make. But if you really plan on being in business, if you really feel a strong conviction towards what you're doing, then it's success by any means. And maybe that possibly means that we got to let go of some old possessions, that we got to sell some stuff that maybe we've collected over the years because this is more important, because the impact that I could potentially have outweighs the material nature of whatever it is that I'm holding on to. Again, this ain't business advice. This ain't personal advice. This ain't even life advice. I'm just talking, just me to you, what I would be looking at and considering should I find myself in that boat. And the next one, and this is going to be something that, regardless of your depth or understanding of sales funnels, that you can probably do, create a very simple mini webinar funnel. And basically, all that is this: it's a page with a headline that talks about the problem that you're solving, the promised solution, what makes it unique, why should they buy from you essentially. And then all you're going to do is record what people refer to as either a mini VSL, that stands for video sales letter, or mini webinar, which is usually somewhere around 8 to 15 minutes, where you're just going to go through, hey, here are the problems that you're facing. Here's how I would handle that and present the solution to you. Here's the social proof to prove that I actually know that I can do the thing and get you the results. And then here's what you need to do next. And typically what they need to do next is book a call, and then you can get them on the phone and sell them the thing. Now, if you're not necessarily doing high ticket, if you don't want to do on the phone, you can send them to a DM. Or if you just want to, maybe it's already a pre-recorded course that's already done, then you can go ahead and have an order page, and then they can buy right there on the order page. Now, that's again one way to do it. And then I'm actually going to give you a bonus way here. So stick around, because something actually just came to me as we are talking about that I actually don't have here on my notes. So you definitely won't want to miss that. Now, the next piece here, this is going to be super controversial to some people, because I know that we live in this instant gratification era, and everybody's talking about, oh, go fast, launch fast, do it quick, build it in 10 hours, all of this stuff. Well, I'm going to actually go a different route with you. I'm going to tell you to slow down and time block, let's say 4 hours a day or whatever it takes, to go through all of the training and the courses and the stuff that you've already purchased. Take your time and build it yourself. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be done. And the odds are that anyone watching this that may be thinking this, that you probably bought a course that you haven't finished, that you may not even have gotten 50% of the way through yet. And, or maybe you just blew through it, but you didn't actually implement everything that you saw in that course because you were thinking, oh, I'll just consume all the information first and then I'll go back and implement. So that's just the reality of this. Most people actually don't finish the courses. Shoot, I have courses that I haven't even finished. And then even fewer people actually implement what they learn inside of the course. And so what I would say is, to, instead of trying to rush through it and get everything done super fast, slow down, take your time. Make sure that you have a viable offer that you feel passionate about, that you have maybe a funnel or a structure that you want to model, and then just slowly go through section by section, right? And knock it out. Again, I know that that's not what everyone else is telling you, because they're just telling you to go fast, rush, and just throw something out. But I'm going to tell you to take your time with it and do it right. Now, here's that bonus thing that I wanted to mention to you that just came to me. And a lot of people kind of don't realize this. The greater the relationship with your audience or prospective buyer, the stronger that is, the less beautiful your funnel has to be, the less convincing your sales copy has to be. I know a lot of people won't agree with that. I'm just telling you like it is. When somebody knows you, likes you, and trusts you, you don't have to necessarily do all that much convincing. You just got to show them where the link is. Some of the best, most highest converting funnels that I've ever seen have had typos in them, have literally just been just almost like a blog post where it's just text and a buy button. And the way that a lot of people build that relationship is through email. And so, where a lot of people probably should be starting is building their email list and then emailing them on a daily basis, or at least at minimum a regular, consistent basis, to build a relationship. So that way You don't necessarily have to have the most gorgeous funnel. Now, obviously, if you're going after cold traffic and that's going to be your first impression, then yeah, you probably really want to make sure that you got all that stuff dialed in. But if you have a great relationship with your list and your audience, you don't have to have the most gorgeous funnel. You literally just need to make them an offer and have it very easy and convenient for them to buy. And it'll surprise you how many people will actually take you up on those offers, despite the fact it, literally it's just an order page and there's not much going on there. So that's what to do if you don't have the money right now to afford a funnel builder, assembler, funnel agency, whatever people are calling themselves these days. So until the next time, it's your boy Huss. Peace.